Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever really truly thought about your inner narrative? It's that little voice that's in the back of our heads, always having something to say about something. Have you ever thought about where it came from? Who told you that you were too much? Who told you that you're not enough? Who told you that you are hard to love or that you're the problem in the marriage? Because that question, who told you, it's not new. In fact, in the book of Genesis, God looks at Adam after the fall and he says, who told you that you were naked? Translation, who gave you that identity? Because 5 minutes earlier, you were naked and unashamed. You were secure, connected, and at peace. And then the serpent shows up. Notice what he does. He doesn't first hand them the fruit and say, hey, eat this. No, he hands them a narrative. You must be missing something. Can God really be trusted? You need more, don't you? And the moment they believed the lie, shame was born. So listen to me. Shame is always attached to a voice, not who God says you are, not who you actually are, but who your family system and the world system trained you to be. And they're usually labeled with labels like the responsible one, the emotional caretaker, the invisible one, or the fly on the wall. Maybe you're the screw up, or the peacekeeper, or the rebel. The one who better not have any needs. And most of the time, hear me when I say this, this is not intentional in family systems. And oftentimes, it's really not meant to be harmful. This is just the structure and the function of homes who have not had the healing that God fully designed for each person in that system. And most of us in this world have a borrowed identity from these experiences that are not aligned with who God says you are. Someone somewhere told us years ago a lie and we believed it. And we never learned to question it. We just wore it. And then you get married. And now that borrowed identity is running your relationship. And here's how. Let me give you some examples. If you secretly believe you're unlovable, you will test your spouse constantly. If you believe deep down that you're inadequate, you will overperform and resent them for not noticing. If you believe that you're unsafe, ladies, you will control everything. If you believe you're unwanted, you will withdraw before they can reject you. And then you say things like, we just have a communication issue. Ladies, no, we have an identity issue. 2 wounded narratives colliding, 2 inner children defending themselves, 2 people reacting not to what's actually happening, but hear me, but to what they believe about themselves. And the enemy, he doesn't have to destroy your marriage. All he has to do is to keep you believing the wrong story. So I'm going to ask you the question that God asked Adam in the garden. Who told you who you are? Was it your mom or your dad or a middle school bully or someone in church leadership? Was it your past mistakes or the voice of the accuser? Here's the thing. If the voice doesn't sound like truth, like love, conviction maybe, and restoration, it's not God's. And until we start to learn to challenge the voice, the inner narrative, you will keep fighting your spouse from an identity that God never gave you. So here's the challenge. The next time that shame rises up, and you can feel it in your body, you can feel it in your nervous system, it's very familiar. And remember, the little voice starts usually hackling in the back of your head. So the next time that shame rises up, the next time we feel defensive, the next time you want to explode, here's the invitation. Pause and ask yourself, who told me that? Better question, why am I still believing it?